one size fits all estate agency. Today I'm joined by Holly Marshall, who is a estate agency leadership coach. We're here to talk about whether estate agencies one size fit all, equality versus equality. What do we mean by that? Talk to me.
One size fits all. I think if I go back to my estate agency years, which is over 30 odd years now, we used to be given scripts that we'd have to use when we were speaking to customers, and we'd be given these sheets with all these tick boxes, and everybody would be expected to fit into that, registering your applicants, registering your vendors, registering your landlords. One size doesn't fit all. The pandemic's taught us that we need people and that people are all different. A word I'm learning to love more and more every day is equity as opposed to equality. A good estate agent will change their behaviour for every single customer conversation that they have. They'll stop before they pick up the phone and they'll have a little look through the notes, and they'll remember that sadly they're an Arsenal supporter and they've got a dog and their kids are at this school. They'll check all of those things.
Do you follow the Tottenham then?
My partner follows Arsenal, so I'm
Scum.
terrified to mention the Tottenham.
I don't follow football, but I promised my next door neighbour whenever the A word was used, I have to use the word scum.
You promise. Well, Amy Shields took me to the women playing Arsenal, and they were against Tottenham, and Tottenham came away and with a slightly lower score. It's making sure, so you, when you're ringing up your customer, you'll check through all the basics, and then you'll change your behaviour to get what you want out of that customer. Do we do that enough? Probably not. We're very much, well, if I buy you a bar of chocolate, I've got to buy you a bar of chocolate, you a bar of chocolate, you a bar of chocolate.
Well, that's interesting, because I would say that most estate agents would treat their customers differently. It's more the thing about the people in the office.
Yeah.
The leadership and management of them.
It is.
And I would say some people do treat them differently, but in a bad way. You're saying do that, still treat them differently, but in a good way.
In a hugely positive way.
Okay.
And the story I tell, because it's a genuinely true story, is I have 3 small stepchildren. They're girls, they live with us half the time. 5, 7 and 10. And they don't all want a unicorn. So yes, they all want a Christmas present. They all want to be spoilt rotten at Christmas. They're all super excited what presents they're opening. But they don't all open a pink fluffy unicorn. They open something that's appropriate for them and what they need. So let's say you're managing your property management centre. So you might have 5 people that work for you dealing with property management. One of them might need a bit of support with call handling. One of them might need a bit of support with data management. One of them might need a bit of support because they've got some childcare issues at home. So they all get support from you, but they all get something slightly different. When I first had my stepchildren with us a lot of the time, say, eat with your knife and fork, eat with your knife. I'm old, so it's a knife and fork. It's sit at the table. It's, have napkins and all those boring things. Put your knife and fork in the right hands. And this went on and on and on and on and on. And then I found out how horrid I'd been. The youngest one was left-handed. So sometimes if you speak to them and you find out how they want to do it, you learn. They might have a better way. Why are we always doing it like that? It's because Fred did back in 1982.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, coming back to your colleagues, it's a bit like some people get motivated by cash, but some people get motivated by having a spa day.
Absolutely.
I should tell I'm a spa day sort of guy.
Well, I'm always motivated by the moral compass side and doing the right thing. And then flip that over, I've got a mortgage to pay. So my moral compass is important to me, but hell yeah, the money's important. Otherwise I don't put a roof over my head to have that moral compass for my friends and family. So yeah, if everybody's different. Everybody likes slightly different flavour ice cream. Everybody's got different favourites. So give them what they need. So because they might not want the support you're giving them. You'd flex for a customer. So why the heck can't you flex for a direct report? You get more out of your customers by flexing. You'll get more out of your direct reports by flexing. One size does not fit all.
How would you deal with where someone believes that someone else has got favouritism in the office? Although I assume that if you've done it right, they think they're the favourite because they're getting what they want because you've listened to them.
You need to be an active listener. Most estate agents are good salespeople. So the close that most estate agents would use with their customers is, you told me earlier that this is what you wanted. remember that with your direct reports. You told me earlier you want me just to stand back and let you get on with it. So this month, that's what I'm doing. I like lobbying, because when it goes wrong is when you go into a team meeting and you've got somebody that feels they've been let down and that there's been a bit of favouritism going on. You can always speak to them before the meeting. Lobby. One of the few things they occasionally get right in politics is go and lobby. Go speak to these people before the meeting. Go, what do you want from me in that meeting? You can't legally directly change somebody else's behaviour. You can't legally directly change somebody else's personality. You can't legally change your own personality, but you can change your own behaviour. And that's what needs to flex in line with the people that work for you. So speak to them, remember what they tell you, remind them what they tell you. Then they might be a little bit more mindful in what they tell you next time. Careful what you wish for and all that.
Thank you for your time today, Holly.
You're welcome.